Okay, so follow up on Camber here. I think I did this on Friday as well. You guys can go back and check my first video, and you'll see that this is exactly what I drew. And I haven't touched the chart since. So I literally said once it breaks this 36.45, come down. We got the perfect retest. You can't make this up. I'm not even sure if your order would have been filled though, because it was like literally bang on with this wick. And then immediately got bought up and is well on its way to our target for the week. So I mean, sometimes I'm right, not all the time, but sometimes I'm really, bang on. So this was one of those situations. Yeah, you can't, it doesn't get better than this. Like, legit zero drawdown, straight to profit. I mean, even today, so today's Wednesday, market's closed right now, so it's Wednesday evening, and I mean, you still got, it's barely pulled back. I mean, this looks healthy as can be. Break it down to the 1 hour. I mean, it looks still just completely solid all the way up to about 61 cents here. So just massive buy, perfect entry. Let's tighten this up because this is way too far out. Friday, this is perfect right there. So yeah, we still got a couple days left. I think this is definitely going to hit 61 cents. So I mean, if you got in on this trade beginning of the week, probably really happy. So I had this marked out at a 1.5 risk to reward. So I mean, it's not the best. I usually like at least 2 to 3. It's kind of my sweet spot. Anything more, I start missing trades that I'm not striking properly, and then anything less, then well, it's hard to be profitable long term. So it's just me though, personally. So I mean, with this trade, if you were to take this trade, this 1 to 5, I mean, it had zero drawdown. So I mean, realistically, if we wanted to be less conservative with this trade, I probably would have done something like this. But that's just based on price, well, I probably would have kept it a little bit below here. Something like this, just because we can see that there is some resistance here. So this was kind of, this would have saved us ideally. Obviously, if there's a lot of liquidity in this, if this didn't get bought up instantly at 36.45, and if it did dip down, I mean, then it's a pretty tight stop. So kind of between here and here is where you'd place your stop. So it just depends on how conservative you are. I wasn't conservative with this one, so I would have kept it down here. But yeah, this looks still super strong, super healthy. There's a little bit of range. Oh no, it's actually over on the week. So usually does about 20 cents. It's at 21. So I mean, but I think it's still really strong. I don't think this is going to sell off yet based on how this closed today. I don't think it's going to sell off yet. I think it's still got a little bit more in it for sure. You can see even the last 4-hour candle of the day, not, I mean, basically the morning, the first 4 hours shot up. The close, the end of the day, the last 4 hours barely sold off. So I think it's super healthy still. I think it's still going to go up. As far as re-entering the trade, I don't really see on a weekly time frame, weekly analysis basis, I don't really see much. I mean, you'd have to wait. Personally, I would wait for a pullback. Let's just say it didn't go any higher let's say it didn't open higher tomorrow, didn't go up at all tomorrow, started pulling back. I'd have to wait for, between here and here, which is this is actually a really nice zone. So I mean, if it starts pulling, let's say you're already in this, and if it starts pulling back heavily on tomorrow, so Thursday, I would probably exit the trade, take your profits, let price come back down to this area, and then look for a rebuy, because this is a significant area. I'll see if I can get rid of this fib, because this is kind of ugly. So ideally what we're doing is we're looking at, because this is so bearish. I forgot overall this was so bearish because I've been zoomed in the whole time. I haven't looked at this since Friday, but yeah, so I forgot this was a counter trend trade, so it is pretty greasy, and yeah, I don't really see it going much above 61 cents here. So I mean, we did really good buying it down here, but I would not buy it past the 61 unless it breaks above and holds this zone. But even then, I mean, that's still it's so bearish. So I would probably, a couple things here. So I do think it's still strong. I do think it can still hit 61 cents on the week, given the current price action. However, I'd probably be, a little bit more hesitant as it keeps going up, this 60 cent, 61 cent mark. I might get, there's probably a lot of bears up there, right? It's approaching this 4-hour moving average, so there's that. It's this 38.2 retracement, which is also heavy, because ideally, I drew this, you can see price comes up, and then, you know, looking to head back down, right? You got to go with the trend. I mean, overall, like, this is super bearish. We can't forget that. We might have had a good bullish week so far, but it's super bearish still. So, but I'm optimistic. I think it'll hit 60 cents, 61 cents based on, you know, Wednesday today. Today's Wednesday, Wednesday's close, and then look to sell off. So this video, my last Camber energy video, did pretty good, so I'll just keep doing these until they don't get a lot of views, and then then I'll move on to something else. But let me know what else you guys want to see in the comments. You know, like, subscribe, appreciate all the feedback. I like doing these trade breakdowns. I trade mostly the S&P 500. That's it. It's kind of my sweet spot. If I start actively trading a bunch of different things, because I like stocks, cryptos, and forex, I mean, it becomes a lot, and you end up getting just confused, and you get a lot of miscorrelations. So you start watching the dollar and this and that, and it gets really confusing, and it's really hindered my trading in the past. So that's why I'm just focusing on the S&P 500 and kind of on a day-to-day basis. But I do love looking at charts, and I do love breaking down other stocks for other people. I just personally don't really take a lot of the trades because it really messes up my performance as a trader long term overall. So that's just me, but I like doing these videos. So let me know what you guys want to see in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.